Hey, what up, guys? It's Meng with FishAholics, and today we're fishing out at San Luis Reservoir. It's a beautiful day. There's been recent cold fronts, and I think the day before the weather was like blowing, and they actually redlighted the lake. So we were really lucky to get on the lake and have it so calm this particular day. But it was a tough bite. Here we're fishing a channel, and earlier that morning we're fishing Portuguese. We're fishing Lone Oak Bay in 80 feet of water, 40, 30 feet of water, and nothing. We weren't getting any hits back there. I believe a few months ago, and well, a few weeks ago, that area was the go-to spot. But then now they've kind of moved on. So now we're just kind of going from structure to structure, and the channels were the first structure that I decided to hit, and they were stacked up in there. And that first part of the footage that was on the west side of the lake, and now we moved on to the basalt side. We're gonna fish this channel that runs north, parallel to the shoreline, right now. And I get a hit, and I'm actually fishing on the bottom with the downrigger. I can't remember how deep this area is. I'm thinking it's probably like in 40 to 50 feet of water.
Oh, fish on, finally. Hey, boys, who wants it?
So sometimes when I fish so close to the bottom, I get confused if that's a fish or the bottom. I'm just nagging the bottom. But this particular fish was actually doing head shakes. I have on braid line, so I can feel it's more sensitive to the head shakes, so I can actually feel the head shakes. And that's why I give it to my son to reel in. And as he's reeling in, I don't know, somewhere along the way, line goes slack, and that's kind of where we're fishing. You can kind of see it on my phone. Line goes slack, and we lose the fish. So area was productive. We're happy that there's fish there. Fish are active. They're on structure, so we can just continue fishing.
Keep reeling. I see it. Is it still there? I think we lost it. Keep reeling. Keep reeling. Yeah, we lost it. Dang it.
So you'll notice when I fish at San Luis Reservoir, I use umbrella rigs. And before I developed these Atlas rigs, I use the sea rigs. But then the Atlas rigs allows me to have bigger baits on. These are 4-inch teasers with the 5-inch swim baits in the back. And the good thing about the Atlas is you can collapse them for easy storage. And you can see there I just grabbed one right out of my tackle box and changed colors. And this is the first time we tried white all day, so I'm gonna, and on this pass is the first time we've tried white. We swapped out the shad. The shad was getting a lot of strikes. We were getting a lot of short strikes that day, but then no commitment. And this will be the first drop for the white. And here I'm going to show you kind of how I do my downriggers. So I drop my rig down, and I let 100 feet of line out. And it's important to have a line counter on your reel, because you know exactly how far back you are. If you're 100 feet, you want to go to 50 feet. And with that, you can stay more precise. And I have these depth charts for you too. So you can use the depth charts and you know exactly how deep you are. And so when you have 100 feet of line out, you clip it onto your downrigger clip. And it's going to be that yellow clip you clip onto. And I'll show you that in a bit when I reel it in. So here I'm just grabbing my main line, and I'm grabbing the downrigger clip, the yellow one right there. You clip it on your main line, and then you free spool and thumb your reel, and then you drop your downrigger ball down. So here, I can't remember exactly how deep I'm dropping it to. I'm thinking about in the 50-foot range, and that's where I have it. And almost as soon as I drop it down, I get a hit.
What the hell? Oh shit. That's fish. Oh, that's a good one.
So at this point, I'm still kind of unsure if that's a fish or not. Because all day we've been kind of fishing close to the bottom, and we'll kind of grab the bottom sometimes. So with the braided line, it's more sensitive, and I can actually feel the head shakes. So like I said before, today was a tough trip. We managed 7 fish, and the biggest was actually this one, coming in at 23 inches. And we went all over the lake. We fished channels, and I didn't get the footage from the submerged islands, but they were stacked up there as well. And this one, it was just like in the middle of nowhere in front of Fisherman's Point. So fish are scattered everywhere, but if you find a concentration spot, they'll be stacked up in there. And I think we're entering a transition time when the season's changing, the weather's changing, the fish are still trying to adjust to the weather, and you just have to try everything in the book to catch these fish. I mean, literally, I did that today. I went from structure to structure, fish to flats, just fished out in the middle of nowhere, every single depth, and that's kind of how we caught all these fish that day. So don't forget to subscribe. You can contact me, email me, whatever, if you have questions about fishing San Luis. And check out the FishAholics.com. I put all the fishing reports in there. So, all right, FishAholics out.